You will be able to give up anger and resentment to the ones who offended you, and you'll be able to live a life where you feel free and liberated. Hi, my name is Dr. Rola, clinical psychologist, and today I want to talk about 3 ways to assess your relationships. I want to talk to you about how to assess your relationships in a way to empower yourself, how to assess your relationships in a way that is much more proactive and less crisis oriented. Let me talk about those 3 ways now. The very first way to assess your relationships is to ask yourself the question, is this relationship in line with my core values or not? To what extent or not does this relationship that you're assessing help you to live in line with your core values? Do you have to sometimes minimize the importance of your core values to accommodate this relationship? Your core values are important because those are your most fundamental beliefs about what is right and what is wrong for you. These are the principles that guide your life, that help you to make decisions. And that is why this is a very important question to ask. Examples of core values are hard work, integrity, honesty, character. Maybe your core value is a belief in God. A core value could be having a healthy lifestyle where you are working hard, but you're also taking care of your health. Another core value could be having family as a priority and spending time with them as a priority. Does this relationship help you in feeling fulfilled and in line with your core values? Or are you feeling a need to minimize them in order to accommodate the relationship? The second way to assess your relationship is to ask yourself the question, how does this relationship help my personal drive or not? Your drive is what helps you to keep going when times are tough. It is that thing that gives you the desire to fulfill a goal that you have and keep going so that your dreams actually become a reality. How does this relationship help your personal drive? Does it help you to feel more committed to your goals? Or are you so off track by this relationship to where you can't even pay attention to both short-term and long-term goals? Is it draining to the point where you don't have a desire or the motivation to fulfill your goals and your dreams? The third way to assess your relationships is to ask yourself, to what extent is this relationship moving in the direction of interdependence? We know there's no perfect relationship, but you need to ask yourself, is this relationship moving in that direction? And what is interdependence? Interdependence is when your individuality, your person, your goals and your dreams are important to you, is a priority, but you're also looking at the interests of the other person. The relationship is working out in such a way that you are benefiting and the other person is benefiting as well. You're able to accommodate what that other person's needs are while still validating your individuality. This means a relationship cannot be one-sided. It's not even a 50-50 situation, because depending on what's going on in a relationship, some person may be given more in quotes than the other. It's really looking at the individuality of the people in the relationship being respected while supporting each other. And that's the question you want to ask yourself. Is my relationship moving in the direction of interdependence? Assessing your relationships is something I'm going to encourage you to do on a regular basis. This doesn't mean it's not important to feel loving feelings towards somebody or have an attachment. Maybe you've been in this relationship for a very long time, either platonic or romantic. But I believe that it puts you in a place where you are looking at your relationship from a much more intellectual perspective. Not to minimize the feelings, but in a way that helps you to make better decisions on how to make the relationship stronger if it's a good one. And if it's struggling, hopefully to begin to do things intentionally to enhance the relationship. It is really important that you assess your relationship, because when you follow some of these ways I've talked to you about today, you'll then go through a process where you're verbalizing your core values to yourself, which strengthens you as a person, reminds you about what is important to you. And when you're verbalizing to yourself, hopefully you're looking to verbalizing it to the other person in the relationship. Oftentimes relationships don't work because we assume that the other person understands what we want or what we need. The other aspect that I think is really important, that I believe is very important in assessing relationships, is that it helps you to have a realistic expectation of what the relationship can give to you. Oftentimes we expect the other person to do something for us, and they may not even have what it takes to do it. Or you're in a difficult situation now, and the help they were able to give you before, they're not able to give you right now. At least if you're able to assess your relationships and become more realistic about what you can get from the relationship, it may help you to cope with disappointment and any negative feelings that you may have from that situation in a better way. So in summary, assessing your relationships is a good thing, and I encourage you to do it regularly. Whatever kind of relationship you're in, if the relationship is good, you can make it stronger. If it's not working at all, it may help you to decide if this is worth fighting for in terms of the time and the effort you will put in. And even if the relationship is still shaky but still ongoing, at least you can begin to look at the things you can do from your own perspective to make things to be the best that it can be. So keep those relationships strong and healthy. Assess them. Treat others the way you want to be treated. You know that Bible verse that says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Be the best you can be. But in that process, pay attention to your core values, your personal drive, and understand that while you're looking out for the interests of others, you want to look out for your own interests as well. If you like something I've said today, let me know. Like this video, comment, share with as many people as possible, and let's keep this conversation going.